Hey guys, this is Donald B. How are you guys doing? I'm coming back to you guys with Chat GPT and Google Bard. We're going to do another comparison to see which one is better, which one I like, which one you may like. I don't know which one it will be, but at least you'll know the difference when you try the different options that I'm going to show you on this next video. So here we go. We're going to get into the video and take a look. But also don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. What do you think and what do you actually enjoy between the two? Let's get into the video. All right, everyone, we are going to do another comparison. We got Google Bard and we got Chat GPT. And let's ask a couple questions that you think will be beneficial. So one thing I want to do is let's show you how to do a contract. Did you ever want a contract for your business and just don't know how to type it, don't know the legal jargon, anything like that? And people are after crazy prices just to do one. Well, I found a way for you to do it for free. And you can do it utilizing these AI systems like on Google Bard and ChatGPT. Now, let's go with ChatGPT first. I just like using ChatGPT because I'm used to it. Let's say I want to create a contract for a website. Let's create a contract for a business that needs a website. And let's add to it, and in the website, let's just say, website will not be started until all items are turned in. So, website will not, or the website services. The service on the website will not start until all items or material. Can I type? And I promise you I can type. This is taking proof. Mess up here. Look at that. It's creating the website on the ChatGPT. The thing about ChatGPT is when it actually creates something, you can see the entire thing typing the entire time. But as you look at that, it's like a professional contract. It's giving the timeline, payments. If you just read through it, it's pretty cool. So as this is typing, this is taking a bit. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this one. And see, the grammar and everything is not perfect, but at the same time, it still went ahead and create a website because it knew what I was talking about. Even though it's making all the mistakes, it still went ahead and finished it. And look, boom, it's all done, completed, right? Look at that. It says the background client desires to have a website developed by a developer. Developer agrees to develop the website according to the specifications outlined by client. Now, therefore, the parties agree as follows: service to be rendered. Look at all this stuff on here. It's pretty cool. Client shall pay the developer the sum of whatever for the development of the website. Payment shall be made in the following manner. So that's kind of cool how it does that. Now let's go to Bard. I'm going to type in the exact same prompt. And let's see what it says here. And still got a misspelling, but I'm going to leave that misspelling there just to show you guys don't have to be perfect. Let's see what Bard does. Now Bard doesn't actually show you the typing as it goes. It will just completely post the entire thing for you. Boom, here it goes. Now they have a contract as well. This one is sort of mutual promise and covenant. Well, it's listing out how it will actually create the pages for him. Don't think that part's really necessary because you're just going to create the website. But as you can see, it has a breakdown of everything for the payment, the timeline, the ownership, confidentiality. And like I said, I like to add things to it sometimes just to kind of transform it to where I need it for my particular client. So let's say I want to add client must pay. I can't talk and type at the same time, so forgive me. Client must pay half before I can start and pay the final amount when client must pay half of the dues before I can start and pay the final amount when project or when website is complete, or when website is complete. Let's make sure we put that at the beginning though. Please add. And so if you look in the payment section, payment client shall pay developer, we read that part, but all payments are due within days of invoice, and developer shall not commence work until receipt of initial payment, which is kind of the same thing, but it doesn't say exactly how much, so that's why I said let's go put it in half. Any changes or addition to the specifications by client will result in additional fees. So let's go ahead and add this to it. So generate, and what it's going to do is recreate this. Oh, I like, oh, wow, it updated. Before it actually typed the entire contract over, but now it's just doing the payment section. And if you look at this, the first installment is due upon signing of the agreement and before developer commence work. The second and final installment is due upon completion of the. So you can put in the amount. So let's say you're charging $1,000 for the website. Right here, the first installment, you got to pay the $500 is due upon signing of the agreement, which is kind of cool. Then you put the rest of the amount right down there. So exactly what I want. All payments are due within a certain amount of days of invoice. Please let me know if you need. So it just took a section out, because before, like I said, it would actually retype this whole thing. But now it actually gave me a section of what I wanted, which is cool. So no complaints there. And then again, this thing's always updating, it's always learning. So that's a good thing. Now let's go ahead and copy and paste this part and do the same thing in Bard. Let's see what Bard will do. Oh, and by the way, if you look here, Bard gives you some other pretty interesting options. I'm not going into this now, but I just want to let you know that it does kind of give some other sources of where to find things. And if you want to Google it as well, you can Google different relatable articles. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and put in, right here, business website contracts. You can go there too to look at those as well, but we're not doing that. Let's go ahead and copy paste exact same verbiage. Let's see what it comes up with. And boom, it retypes the whole contract, but it doesn't do the whole typing piece. But at least with this one, so if you look up here where it says payment, the client will pay the designer a fee of blah, 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 and the service provided under the agreement. If you come down here, this will say payment. The client will pay the designer a fee of blah, blah, blah for the service provided under the agreement. The client will pay the designer a deposit of blah, blah, blah upon the signing agreement. The remaining balance will be due upon the design's completion and the client's acceptance of the website. So if I go back, make sure we read this entire thing. The client pays for blah, blah, blah for the services provided under the agreement. The client will pay the designer the deposit upon signing the agreement. The remaining balance will be due upon the design's completion and the client's acceptance of the website. So you can see it's actually the same thing. So it already kind of knew what it wanted. I mean, I guess that's kind of good. I give it credit. It actually, the client must pay the designer deposit upon. Oh wait, this added down here at the bottom. The remaining balance of fee will be due. Okay, the designer will not start work on the website until the client has paid the deposit. The client will not be entitled to any refunds or deposit of any final payment if they cancel the project after it has started. So it actually added some additional terms at the end. That's where it did it. Okay, that makes sense. So it's kind of different. So you can add that stuff in there. But as you can see, the whole cool thing part is you can create a contract on your own if you need one. And that's something I actually enjoy about this thing. I use contracts now. I give it to my clients. I just read over it. I just fill in the spots like client names, the designer, all that kind of stuff. I put that stuff in there so people can actually find it. Now let's try a different topic. Let's try 30 different motivational topics about fear. Okay, let's try that. Let's see what it does. Will it give me 30? Look, see, it's typing up 30. So while it does that for this one, I'm gonna go to Bard, waste any time, and put that in. Bam. Let's see what we come up with on both ends. So we can see here it's generating 30 different topics about fear. Like, who could do that? Confronting fear head on, turning fear into motivation, fear of rejection, how to cope with it, tackling fear of change and uncertainty, conquering fear throughout self-awareness. Let's see what Bard does. Here are 30 different topics. So fear is a natural human motivation. Oh, wow, what am I reading? Fear is a natural human emotion. Fear can be a powerful motivator. Fear can help us stay safe. Fear can also hold us back. We can learn to manage our fears. We can use our fears to our advantage. Like, it's giving you 30 different topics. And just so y'all know, if it ever stops, let's say it stops at like 20 and you ask for 30, all you have to do is type in the word continue and hit enter, and it will post the rest of them. It'll keep doing it until it gets to the certain amount that you asked for. So don't panic or don't be like, man, this is stupid, it stopped. It stops. It probably times out, but all you got to do is type in the word continue. This is the same thing for ChatGPT, and it's the same thing for, well, this is ChatGPT. Same thing for ChatGPT, and the same thing for Bard. All you have to do is type that in there. And that's kind of a cool thing. That's just kind of a couple of things I wanted to tell you guys about. Now, if you see right here, it says web contracts. All these things are different things I've looked up. It stays on the side over here. I've been looking at a lot of things. Now, Bard doesn't necessarily have that. It does the title thing. It just doesn't give you the stuff that's in it, which I don't understand. So prompt 30 different motivational topics about fear. You can't get into it. It won't list the stuff that you had before. It's just, all I can tell you is probably have to copy and paste it and put it back in Bard again. But where ChatGPT, I can click on anything that I've worked on, and it's all listed there still. Anything like that. Free ebook for subscription. All that stuff is still in there. So it's a little different, but that's the kind of the cool things. That's some of the differences between the two. If you want to see another comparison, please put it down in the comments down below. If you find that you need some help with this, I am coaching. I have a coaching program that I'm working on that I am doing now at this time. If you want to jump in on it now, please leave a message down below. I want in. I will definitely reach out to you. Just got to do is just leave your email information and I'll reach out to you. So that way we can kind of talk about what we can do to help you out and grow your business, because your business is very important and your business needs to succeed, especially in the beginning times of your business, because it struggles sometimes in the very beginning for most business owners. And we want to jump and have a great start in the beginning. All right. So as always, I want you guys to continue to follow me, like, subscribe, and leave comments down below. What did you think about the two differences between the contracts and the motivational list? Let me know how you feel about that. What could we do different? What else you want to see? If there's other comparisons you want to see, please let me know and I'll put it in there and I'll create another video for you. ChatGPT and Google Bard is free. I can tell you that ChatGPT is free. It does have an upgrade to the plus version of it. I don't see the benefit of actually upgrading it as of right now, because it still works for me just as fine as it did before. It gets everything I need and I'm okay with that. Google Bard right now is in the experiment time at this time. I think it's people are still being invited, because I was invited and I finally got into it. So how available is it to you? I don't know. But once you go onto your website, if you go into Google Bard, I can tell you. So let's say if I go to Google Bard right now, for the first time person who's doing Google Bard, what you will see is, this is what you're going to see when you first sign to Google Bard. And it'll be right here. It says join waitlist. Join the waitlist. This is it right there. So as you can see, that's how you actually apply for the Google Bard. So you'll get that waitlist. I got my information within I think a day or two. Honestly, it didn't take long. So hopefully you'll get yours back soon and quickly. And definitely play with it. See what you think about it, and let me know what you think about it as well. All right, y'all. As I always say, it's not deuces, it's doses.